Hi everyone, this is Leslie Williams, and I'm really happy to present my third journal for the Graphics Fairy Design team. And this one is called Miss May, a Flower Seller's Journal. So I want you to step back in time to Victorian London's busy streets with little girls and women selling flowers on every corner and in between. Many of the children, sadly, were orphans. May was one of those orphans and grew up selling flowers on London's busy streets until Florence came along. May, a bright and pretty little girl, was eventually befriended by a lovely lady who would frequently come and buy her flowers. This fine lady, whose name was Florence, longed for a child that never came, and so became quite attached to May. She took May under her wing and made sure she had decent clothes, taught her to read and write, and provided her books to read. She became like a daughter to Florence. One day, when May was in her late teens, she met Florence's young nephew, and in time, the two fell in love and married. And so May was lifted from her life of poverty to become a fine lady. She made many friends and never lost her love of flowers and nature, and loved to visit the fine gardens in the area. So this is her journal, and this is May on the cover, and this cabinet card inspired me. I don't remember who I got it from, but it was included it was like a thank you gift from a purchase that I made. And these dried flowers were already on the photograph, and I don't know if they were put on by someone in the present time, or if because they're quite faded and old, or if they were there from long ago. So anyway, I've had this photograph and knew I wanted to do something special with it, and so this is how this all came about. So it's tied with a piece of velvet ribbon, and this is a little locket pinned on the front. You can take it off and put it on the spine or move it anywhere. And there's also a photograph that came in the locket of a lady. So there's that. And this is a Milner's flower. So it's covered with this paper. You can see it peeking out here. That's on the spine and the back from the Graphics Fairy. And then I've put, this is from a Milner's floral piece. And then I added lace. And there we have it. So let's look inside. So on the front cover, I actually lined the inside of this book with Graphics Fairy, their end papers. And then I put a book plate, so whoever ends up with this can put their name. Over here this is a botanical book page, and I put a lace pocket. And then it's got this little image from Graphics Fairy and this old receipt. These lace pockets are sometimes hard to catch, so I'll put it in later. And over here is, this is an actual photograph, and this is May's betrothed and then became husband. And he's just tucked behind a piece of mica. Another pocket with just an old fabric card with a piece of lace, sample card. And these, I have a collection of these drawings or prints, and they're all flower ladies. And so I've interspersed them throughout, and they're printed on vellum. And another lace pocket with some French trim on a piece of sheet. Well, there's part of music there, part of a receipt. And this is an old Victorian scrap. And this is just a card from a scrapbook. And this is a waxed doily. And here we have another pocket with an old French letter. And this is a Graphics Fairy image printed on an old book page. There's quite a few of these throughout. All the digitals are from the Graphics Fairy premium site. And I used bits to make tags and things too. This is an old Reward of Merit card. It's just paper clipped in. And then I have done some stitching on various pages. In the center here, I used some paper that I painted years ago for the pocket. It was just a crumpled paper bag, and then I painted it. I mean, it's been so long ago, I'm assuming I crumpled it before I painted it, but it could be the other way around. And then 2 journaling cards. And they're waxed, and they have also have a wax seal placed to write on the back. These are from the Graphics Fairy as well. And then this, I love this. This is a map of London, which I thought was appropriate for this journal. And you could write on the back. It's just a little fabric flower. And there's Florence. And she was a bit younger. And then this is just another pocket with some dried flowers. And this beautiful Reward of Merit, which is an original. It's not a copy. And this pocket, this is actually made from, this is actual handwriting that was done. I had an old scrapbook that was quite large. And there were a few pages that were handwritten on, and so I've used them for pockets and things. And here we have another picture of Florence. And a little folder. It just has the hemp strings getting in the way. It's just a little flip through thing. I could write on it. It's just bound around and then tucked in. And then there's some images of flower sellers that I found throughout. This is MAE when she was a little girl. Another pocket. And with more of that botanical book page. And I love the wallpapers that the Graphics Fairy has. This one I just printed on tracing paper. And then this is a pocket made from a Reward of Merit. On a journaling card. Piece of rice paper. And part of a ledger. And this is another picture of MAE. All grown up. And some different flowers. There's actually, you can't hardly see them, but there's, like, this is an actual clover leaf, and this is actual daisy leaf that I put on here. And this is too, but it blends so much into the actual illustration, you really don't notice it. Straw paper, and then this little pocket has a stereo card with a view of London. The hustle and the bustle. And then this pocket made from a paper bag. We have this old receipt. Looks like a check, kind of. 1936. And this is 1896. It's all in French. And another one of those prints that I have. More journaling space. Here's the rest of that ledger from 1896. This is always in one of my journals because I have, it's a huge ledger. It's very narrow and long, and it's got to be like that thick. So I'm always using that. More rice paper. And this pocket's made from that same, paper on the front cover. Front and back cover. Sweet tag. And this was like, it was almost like a calling card because it has Monsieur Thomas on the back. That's so pretty. And this paper, this was actually a folder that had stationery in it and that I've had for years. And it's got real fern inclusions in it. So it turns out made a pocket. This old Victorian card. A belly band with another Victorian card. And then this is another old trade card. And this is an old piece of wallpaper, and I just put some lace and did some stitching up the side. This is from an old book. More images of flower sellers. Another journaling tag. Tucks right in there. And then this is just another little flippy-doo thing that you can write on, take notes. It's just clipped in. More of those graphic fairy images here and here. And this just pulls out. I thought it was pretty. It just kind of fit there. And then this. And this kind of just tucks under. And this is, I don't know if you're getting glare on here. This is a French seed catalog, or not catalog, but packet, seed packet label. Journal on the back. This is a pretty old Victorian scrap. And this just tucks underneath, like so. And this is a little flip up. It's got some Velcro so it stays down. It's pretty floppy. And another place that you can journal. And then this is another Reward of Merit. It's quite a few in here. Another trade card that actually can read the back. Oh, I love lilacs. Another pocket journaling card. Small music. And here's one of the gardens that May likes to frequent. And another London photograph of a lady buying flowers. Old music. This is an old piece too. And it's a double pocket. Put something there. It's got this beautiful Victorian scrap and this gorgeous Reward of Merit card from the Graphics Fairy right on the back. And a waxed card here, another journaling card. And these are little photographs of all of May's friends. And there's another Graphics Fairy Reward of Merit. So there's places to journal. And I love the butterfly. And there's that botanical page again. And here, I never tied these back up, are a bunch of little cards you can journal on. And they're just lovely. I just went around them with gold. And you can write on the back. So we'll tie those back up. And there you have it. This is Miss May's journal. So, how I came up with these names. My mother thought her middle name was May until she had to go get a passport and had to, of course, get her birth certificate, and she found out her middle name was really Florence, not May. So that's how I came up with the two names for this journal. And some of the bundles I used, a couple of them anyway, were The Florist, which I used quite a bit from this one, and Tattered Paper Treasures 2, and the Seed Catalog, as well as quite a few others which are listed below. So, thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little flip through and going back in time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.